Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to show you guys how I create my budget each month. So I figured starting in January 2022, I will add monthly budget tracking videos to my channel, and hopefully that will help someone out there who gets a paycheck once a month and wants to know how to budget that. So I'm using My Money My Way budget tracker. This is from the Budget Mom. Now these are her new printables that she just released for those who are supporting her new book that comes out on February the 1st. Now, these trackers look very similar to her Budget by Paycheck workbook trackers. So if you guys are using those, that is totally fine as well. So I am going to just slide over here and show you guys what my January tracker looks like. Now, this is for a paycheck that I actually received in December of 2021 this year, but it's going to be for January 2022. And I know I'm just kind of writing notes on here so you guys can understand what's going on. So I have my income here, $4,494.10 for this particular paycheck. Now for the rollover, I do not calculate my rollover into my income each month. I just use it as a buffer. Okay, so I like to have $1,000 sitting in my bank account each month as a buffer, so I do not calculate that into my income. And for the child tax credit here, as you guys know, December 15th was the last check. And so that amount is zero for January. That is no longer. Oh, guys, I just noticed that there's an error on her worksheet. I just noticed that as I'm sitting here talking to you all. So if anyone is watching, or if the Budget Mom is watching, maybe I'll tag her. There's an error here on the tracker sheet. Okay, so moving on, there's no child tax credit for January, but you can get the other half of your money when you file your taxes. All right, so there's my income total, you guys, and here are the bills that I am taking out for January. And as I'm looking at this, I can already see two things that I can take out for January to save a little money. But I have my tithes listed here. I have my rent, and by the way, my rent is going up by $100 in February. So in February, it's going to be $9.95. Oh my goodness, I dread having to pay an extra $100 a month. I have Spotify. I have Uma. Uma is my landline. Yes, I do have a landline at home, and I don't plan on getting rid of my landline anytime soon. So playground music is one that I think I'm going to get rid of. This is my son's saxophone insurance. Hulu is another that I think I'm going to get rid of. I don't even watch it, and that's actually $6.99. Progressive, I noticed when I did this that my Progressive, I pay it twice a year, and I don't need to be budgeting $55. I think I can get away with $40 a month, and that should take care of that for every 6 months. All right, so then we have Vivid, which is my security system, Netflix, Uverse, which is my internet, Planet Fitness, Peloton, my son's cell phone. Now, these next expenses are my variable expenses, so they may change. That's why I have a V here. My water bill, I'm budgeting $60. My electricity, I am budgeting $120. I fill up on gas twice a month, on the 1st and the 15th of the month, and I'm budgeting $40. And then I have groceries also twice a month, on the 1st and the 15th, and that's going to be $100 each time. This is for a family of 2. It's just myself and my son, and honestly, we eat out a lot, but I am doing better with my meal prep. So I do prep during the week for my lunch and my dinner when school's in, and so that's been helping on saving money as well. Okay, another variable expense is my manicure and pedicure. I just put it down here because I ran out of space. I budget $45. I either get one or the other each month, and the only cash envelope that I use is my son's Dove Barbershop. Now he goes twice a month to get his hair cut. That's $20 each time, and that's my only cash envelope, and that's only because the barber only accepts cash. I am more of a digital cash envelope person, so all of my envelopes are stored digitally, and I use SoFi to do that. Okay, so SoFi bank account. So my sinking funds, I send $200 to SoFi, and I distribute that money into my digital cash envelopes, and I save accordingly. So I'll do another video on my sinking funds. My debt, my only debt is going to be my student loans, and right now, as you guys know, they have moved student loan payments back yet again, so we don't have to pay until May 1st. So this $300 is going toward my car goal. So I'm trying to purchase a car in 2022. I'm trying to purchase that in cash, and so that $300 I'm going to send over to my car savings, and hopefully I'll have enough by summer to get a new car. That is truly the goal. All right, and so down here we have savings. I send $950 to savings, and I send $810 to my investments each month. So I do have to figure out a way to get this $100 by February the 1st. So this is why I can already see that I'm going to cut these two things and then reduce my progressive insurance, and that should give me half of it. And then I'll figure out how I'm going to get the other half. So anyway, I just wanted to show you guys this using the Budget Moms worksheet, but this is not actually the worksheet that I use now. I am now using my own budgeting worksheet, and so I'm going to show you guys what that looks like so that you can see what I use each month. So let's take a look at that. All right, so here is my monthly budget sheet. This is a printable that I created myself specifically for me and my budget and what I need. This is located in my Etsy shop. So let's take a look at my layout here. The top section is my net income, and it's listed here for the month of January, $4,494.10. Then I have my cushion. Now I like to keep a $1,000 cushion, and I roll this over every single month. I do not calculate this cushion amount into my monthly budget. I just like to know what it is. And I'm gonna zoom in so you guys can see this a little bit better. All right, so section 1 of my budget sheet is my fixed expenses, and I have my tithes at $450. Next up, I have my rent. Now my rent for January is actually $895. However, it is going up February the 1st by $100. So I wanted to go ahead for January and budget as if it was $995. So in the previous section of this video, when I was using the Budget Moms tracker, I was trying to figure out how I was going to come up with the extra $100. So that's what you guys were seeing. I ended up cutting out Hulu this month. I put it on pause. I also canceled my son's saxophone insurance. I reduced my sinking funds, and I'll show you that in a second. And then the last thing I did was I decreased my progressive sinking fund amount. So that's how I got my extra $100 for my rent. And this asterisk just means everything that has an asterisk means that it is not on my credit card. It actually comes directly from my checking account. And then everything else that I have, you guys, is on auto pay, and it's on auto pay with my credit card. But that is a whole nother video. All right, so next up we have Spotify, $15.99. Then I have my UMA at $6.53. Now UMA is my landline. Progressive is $40 a month, and what I do is I have a sinking fund for Progressive, and I actually pay that every 6 months. Vivint is my security system. It's $46.47 a month right now. Netflix, $17.99. And honestly, I'm thinking about eliminating Netflix. We'll see. Uverse is $60. Uverse is my internet. Planet Fitness, $24.90. Peloton, and I just realized it's spelled wrong, but Peloton is $39 a month. And I recently got my Peloton, you guys, in November. So this is a new cost for me. The last thing I have here is my son's cell phone, $46.07. So the total for section 1 is $1,741.95. Section 2 is going to be my variable expenses. My water, I budget $60. Typically, it's a little bit under. My gas, I divide into two. So I have gas 1 and gas 2. So I like to get my gas on the 1st and the 15th of the month, and I budget $40 for gas. Now, I do work extremely close to where I live, and I don't, use a lot of gas, so that's why it's kind of low. Groceries, I do the same thing. The 1st and the 15th of the month, I get groceries. I do a Walmart pickup. Before COVID, I was doing 4 grocery hauls. So I was going once a week, but now it's once every 2 weeks, and I'm budgeting $100. Now this is for a household of 2, so it's just myself and my 14-year-old son. Electricity, I'm budgeting $117.15. For a manicure or a pedicure, $45. And then, of course, there's my gas 2 and groceries number 2, as I mentioned earlier. So the total for section 2 is $502.15. All right, let's go up to section 3. Section 3 is going to be my debt. Right now, the only debt I have is my student loan, and that's budgeted at $300 a month. Now, of course, right now, student loans are on pause until May 1st of 2022. And I'm currently using this money for my car sinking fund. So I'm saving to pay for a car in cash in 2022. And that's what this amount is going toward as of now. Now that's a whole nother video that I will make for you guys to let you know when I buy my car in cash. That'll be the first time ever. I'm excited. The next section here is credit cards. I do have 4 credit cards, which is a big decrease from what I used to have. I'm credit card debt free though. I don't carry a balance, so that's why you see 0. So for this section, the total is $300. My next section is cash envelopes. Now I am not a cash envelope user. I'm more of a digital cash envelope user, but I do have 1 cash envelope, and that's for the barbershop, which is where my son gets a haircut. And that's only because he only takes cash. So $40 is budgeted for this section. My last section, kind of my last section, is section 5. My savings, sinking funds, and investing is all in section 5. But I did separate my investing from my savings and sinking funds. So this is where I decreased my sinking funds for this month in order to get my extra $100 for my rent. My sinking funds is going to be $150. That's what I budgeted. And I do use SoFi for that. And I have several sinking funds. So what I do is I just distribute the $150 throughout my SoFi vaults. Next up, we have my car sinking fund. And I am saving, as I said, for a car. And I'm using the $200 here, as well as the $300 here. So $500 a month is what I've been putting toward my car goal. Next up, we have my son's college fund. Now this is just money to get him started as far as to buying the things that he needs to go to college. So it's not going to be to pay for college. $50 is what I budget for that. By the way, you guys, I have my accounts over here so you can see where I'm saving this money. And I have multiple bank accounts, okay? Next up, my son's graduation trip. I do want to take him somewhere for graduation in 2025, so I'm saving for that, and I'm budgeting $50. Next is furniture. So I do plan to move into my first home, hopefully next year in 2023. And so I'm saving for a down payment right now and also for furniture. $100 is what I'm budgeting for that. Here's my new home $20,000 goal. I'm using Capital One for that. You guys can check out my video, my Transfer Tuesday videos, and you can see where I am on my new home goal. I am saving $500 a month for that. And then I have a moving day fund where I save $50 a month for that. Moving on down to investments, I have multiple investment accounts. So TD Ameritrade, $50, Vanguard, $10 a month, M1 Finance, $50 a month. Now these are on auto pay. Some of these are on auto pay. Most of them, I should say. Fidelity, I do have 3 different Fidelity accounts. $50, $500 goes toward my Roth IRA. So I do max that out. I maxed it out in 2021. So I was excited about that. And then I have an HSA account where I put $50 a month there. My son has a custodial account with Charles Schwab, $50. And then he has a second account with Charles Schwab, which is another $50. Okay. The last section, I have other investment accounts, you guys. I know it sounds crazy. I do not use any of my income for these last accounts. I use other income. So Robinhood, Webull, crypto, and TradeStation. Whatever I put in those accounts typically comes from other income. So the total for Section 5 is going to be $1,910. But let me tell you about Section 6. Now, I don't use Section 6 right now because I don't need to. So Section 6 is what I created when I was tracking my debits in Varo. And the reason I was tracking my debits is because you have to swipe your debit card at least 5 times a month in order to get 2.8% interest on your savings account in Varo. Now, that's only if you have $5,000 or less in your savings. And since I have more than that, I no longer need to track my debits. But this will probably change once I buy my car. So I'm going to keep this on here, and I will use this again once my savings is under $5,000. So the total of all of my green sections should total out to be $4,494.10. And so I have a zero-based budget. All right. I hope this video helped someone who is also on a monthly budget like I am. If you guys like this content and you want to see more, please like my video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss another monthly budget with me. Thanks, guys. If you are looking for a monthly printable, check out my Etsy shop for 3 different printable designs linked in the description below.